everybody's out to get you, and they're going to take everything you have in the name of the common good.
Hey, there it is. Hey, everybody. By everybody, I mean Joe. What's up, Joe? I found some CDs. A couple from back when I was young. And I'm listening to them, trying to figure out what they are. I just ripped the one. I'll play a couple tracks off of them here. They're kind of goofy. This is just made this myself. You can't see. It says the Glasgows. That was our band name, and by ours I mean me and a girlfriend at the time, who's an ex. I haven't talked to him forever. She played bass and I played guitar, and we had a drum machine. We recorded this little EP. I'll play something off of it in a minute. I'm just trying to figure out what I got right here. It says Danzig Misfits, but then it says Steve and Doug on the bottom, and I had a buddy back in the day named Steve, and me and him like just recorded all kind of crazy music all the time. I don't know if I even know where most of it is. I found these and I was like, I wanted to check it out. Let's see what's on this disc. Misfits, Danzig, 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 Misfits, 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 Misfits. Okay, I think the last two tracks might be something that me and Steve recorded. I'll have to let you guys listen to it here in a minute. I just want to see this because I don't remember this. It's pretty cool. Oh, this is something Steve did by himself. It's really pop punk. No, I'm in it too, so apparently it's something that I was on too. Oh, we invented like acoustic emo back in the day, called it acousticore. It wasn't emo, it was like it was just screaming with acoustic guitars. Weird stuff. Man, this makes me want to go find a bunch of those CDs though. Yeah, crazy stuff. We we were kids pretty much. A lot of this stuff was recorded around, we were still in high school. So it was like probably junior, senior, and then after. So we didn't really have a lot of equipment. We had a couple guitars and some amps. And I remember Steve had a drum machine, and then on this one he had like some electric, because we couldn't like now I have a drum set. Of course I need to buy a new one. The drum set I bought is a million years old, and it's a cheap one, and it's falling apart now. But anyways, back in the day, if we had a guitar and an amp, we were doing good. And that was money that we saved up. And so when he got the drum machine, we'd record songs and had the drum machine. We both had another band we were in. We were in a band called DSH, which was the Disoriented Superheroes. I'll play some of their stuff. I know there's just like two people here. I don't want you guys to even care. I just want to talk about it. I think it's fun. We were in Distorted Superheroes. Well, actually, we had a band before that with another guy we went to school with, and we played some with him. But he didn't want to play outside of just jamming occasionally. We wanted to play all the time, so we joined up with another band, and we started DSH. And DSH was like, we were like skate punk, kind of pop punk, kind of skate punk. Let me see if I can find it. And this stuff will sound better than what I'll let you listen to it, because we actually went to a studio and recorded. Let's see. Okay, I'll pull this up here on SoundCloud. DSH. There's our EP. This is 2001. Let me give you some desktop audio. And even by today's standards, this is not that great. But, back in 2001, we found a random studio, and, we were pretty excited about it. We live out in the middle of nowhere. So, here's Hacking Cough. I actually wrote this song right here. I don't sing it. Steve's the singer.
Woke up this morning and my life was a mess. Can't take the pressure and I can't take the stress. All of my friends have turned their backs on me. All of my problems they just can't see. Why I have gone the wrong way. Why I have failed. All my convictions. You don't understand. You don't understand me.
Yeah, that little guitar part right there was mine. But see, let's see. I'll play this one. This one has like a little ska flavor to it. The guy that was singing back up on that last one, he played a horn. And eventually he would become the bass player, but at this time he was just singing backup vocals and playing horns. We did ska covers and on this song.
Signs, gleaming eyes of hate. A wish that was settling for lesser fate. Wasted lives and wasted minds. Victims of their own design. Outside, it's America, and you're killing jails, too many bills. Can't pay attention, can't pay the bills. It's okay, when nothing's hard, they really don't care anymore. It's okay, in many ways. Outside, it's America, and you're killing jails, too many bills. Can't pay attention, can't pay the bills. Outside, it's America. Whoa. Outside, it's America.
Oh man, we got Dillard in the chat. What's up, man? I'm just talking about being old, bands and people I played music with 20 odd years ago. We recorded this in 2001, so we probably got together around 2000. So, 23 years ago. The sad part is, like, the guy with the little fro, the drummer, I still talk to him on occasion. He's bald now. Steve, talked to him a couple years ago. We're still friends on Facebook. We don't really talk. I believe he moved to Canada. This guy right here is some kind of indie weirdo, and he hates me because I'm not like some super weird socialist weirdo. I wish him well and everything he does, but we'll probably never see eye to eye ever again. This guy over here, we recorded some music with him later on. Mikey, he has worked on a bunch of records. He works in Nashville. He's amazing. These two guys are brothers, but so different. So very different. So yeah, there's that. So, and then like while this is going on, me and Steve, we always was together, and I wish I had some better tracks that we actually did. Dillard says, I wouldn't know anything about being old, being a young, hip, and virile man myself. Yeah. I'm getting old. I'm not like super old yet, but man, sometimes when I look back on this stuff, it makes me feel old. It really does. I got this on the wrong screen, baby. So yeah, this CD here, only like 2 tracks on it is our stuff. I'll play some of this one.
Oh,
Boy.
Tried so hard, I tried so hard, and it didn't work. Want me to put my face back in the dirt. You know I've laid it all down, put everything on the line. And as I'm standing there, you tell me that I'm wasting all your time. I hope you lose everything you ever hoped for. You'll get your just desserts. I hope you feel how much it hurts. I hope you everything you ever get.
Silly, goofy, emo stuff. Like I didn't remember that one, but when it come in the woes come in the background, slightly off key, like even those 2 tracks, that was me. I don't have a pleasant voice now, but I can sing in a key. So yeah, let's see what else we got here. That's probably me playing really bad drums right there too. See, 18 years on this earth, so we were young. And then after that, let's see. Me and Steve recorded a ton of stuff. I don't think that I have a lot of it. I don't know that it's online anywhere. Let's see, yeah, somebody probably uses that name now. We had a band called The Counterfeits that played like, I don't know. Actually, let's see if this website's still up. This was like, yeah. No, those lyrics were not my fault. I did not write those lyrics. This website, on the other hand, this is my fault. Let's see. We made our own record thing. We actually sold CDs on here. Let's see, MP3s. Yeah, here we go. The Counterfeits.
This is the dance. As soon as real things on the rise, they never thought that they would see the other side. The evil death, the evil death, the evil death, the evil death. Old lady, she swallowed it whole. I swallow your soul, I swallow your soul. The evil death, the evil death, the evil death, the evil death. He made the
you tell we liked Evil Dead. Oh man. Let's see, there was that. Like I said, we were in the band Disordered Superheroes, which there's a couple of different songs that wasn't on that other thing. Let's listen. See, we were like playing like skate punk. Oh man. During that time, like we were doing goofy stuff and recording our own things. That's when I recorded this. I'm kind of surprised I don't have any of it up here. I do have it. Well, I had it pulled up on my Twitter. Let's see. Right here. The Glasgows. Like I said, this was me and an ex-girlfriend, which she was my girlfriend at the time, us and Steve's drum machine, and we were just goofing off, like, because we probably were trying to write songs to use in the band Standard American. Oh, excuse me, that was rough. You can see if that CD will pop back up. And I'll play you some Glasgows. Dillard says I could skate to that. Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't really skate too fat. I wasn't fat then. I just didn't really skate. I skated a little bit. Me and Steve would go skate out at school and pretty much just hurt ourselves. We mostly played video games and just, whatever. But yeah, here's one of this song's called I Don't Believe.
Look at it, lady, try to tell me who I am. Give me the listen, try to let me understand. Give me your courage, give me your hate. Your propaganda, I can't relate. I can take you seriously, if I really know what you're saying, man. I can take you seriously, if I really know what you're saying, man. I can take you seriously, if I really know what you're saying.
So goofy. So let's listen to this one here. Don't be stupid. This one's kind of funny. So goofy.
Stare at me with a blank face. Your mind off in outer space. You talk about efficiency, but you're full of incompetency. Don't be so stupid. Don't be so stupid.
Oh, that stuff's so goofy. But we wanted to play music so bad, man. Like, we'd get the drum machine out, just record a beat. Be like, okay, verse, chorus. I mean, there's a ton of stuff that we did. Eventually, me and Steve went and worked on a chicken farm. We saved up enough money that we bought a drum set, and we started a band called Standard American. There's a couple songs listed on here, but I think that let's see, Bandcamp. I think I have some stuff listed somewhere else, and we just record all this stuff ourselves. Standard American was me and Steve and the girl that I was playing music with there. I know there's some stuff on here. I just can't remember the page it's on. Here we go. Upper Cumberland Music Archive. So here's Standard American. There's me. Look, I'm not as fat. There's Steve, and there's Sam.
return from you, Mom. When I need something to say, you never hesitate. I always feel tough enough. Till I get sick, and I throw up, and it's a long way back from hell with you, my friend. And it's a long way back from hell. One little bottle of milk is where I get my thrill. Now I know everything's alright, and we'll make it through the night. One little capsule of faith, and I accelerate to happiness in. And it's a long way.
Yeah, so we were making these, and we were actually playing shows. We played at the college at Tennessee Tech in Cookeville. Played some other shows here and there. Had a lot of fun. Here's another little track I'll play real quick.
Anymore.
Yeah, so there's Standard American. I don't think there's anything different here. There might be. Is the Standard American page? The Standard American website is still up. Look, here's 03. Here's a song. This is the last song we ever did, and I didn't play drums on this. I played guitar and bass, and Joey, who was in DSH and later the Synths, played drums.
That's something that around in the space the other day. My mind was stuck in a key, was stuck from a toes to break. Unless the man would fall apart, unless their mind would break. But I can still accelerate for endless, hopeless pain. Some say I should be thankful to see the light of day. But I ain't thankful for nothing, 'cause I always see pain. Some people stop to laugh or recognize my face. Some people shout at devil and ask me to pray. They ask me about the Bible, they question my faith. They're hell-bent on heaven and I'm sure well on the way, but I don't see no heaven, I only see grave. Some say I should be thankful to see the light of day. But I ain't thankful for nothing, 'cause I only see
I remember we got in a fight over that. I wanted to do a guitar solo. He wanted to do a guitar solo. So we both did a guitar solo. This is when I got tired of playing the drums. I was a guitarist, had nice guitar. Well, not nice, but decent guitar gear. And, well, the Synths website is not there. You know, I wanted to play guitar. I didn't want to do this other stuff. So then we get to that. You know, Standard American. While I was in Standard American, I was also in the band. Let's see. Let's go back. I was also in the band Brinstar. See Brinstar's. Brinstar's website's still up. Oh, it takes us back there. Let's see. P3s. Okay. And Brinstar, Joey that played drums on that last thing you heard, him and Mikey from DSH, the brothers, this is their band, and my friend Kirk is the drummer. So, probably because I'm sitting farther away, yelling, looking at the screen. Is that better? Can you hear me better now? I turned it up. Let me turn it up here. Is that better? Can you hear me better? Is that better? Is that better, Fly Fox? But anyways, so this is their band. Sorry, man. I'll crank the mic and turn the. It's weird because when I have to run it as desktop audio, and so it's always super loud for some reason, even when I turn it down lower than what my mic says it's at. So I crank this mic up, yeah. Anyways, Joey sang most of the songs in this band, and then I did some hardcore vocals in this band. So here's How It Kills. I really, people used to make fun of Joey as well. He probably deserved it. Here's the song that I wrote and did vocals on for this band. I don't even like music like that, so absolutely crazy. And so after Brinstar, we actually came together to form the Saints, and I'm gonna leave this page up. You guys are just pretty much getting my musical history now, like all three viewers watching this. Let's see, the Saints to. And here's the thing: if you like the Saints, you can download all of our songs, I believe, for free. Demos. This is where you start on the Saints. And remember, all this time we're recording our own music, even here. And it's mostly me recording with really subpar equipment, and the equipment started getting better. And as we learned, the mixes and stuff kept getting better. So let's see. The very first Saints song is Incinerator, and we'll play that one. See, I mean, that's okay. We started passing out these demos, and we in Knoxville all the time. We started playing lots of shows in Knoxville, and we were actually on a compilation in Knoxville. And it was this song right here.
It's all being a whisper when everyone is screaming, and the only voice you hear is inside your head when the boredom overtakes you, and your mind begins to wander, and you start to doubt every word he said. I've watched my world go up in flames. I've watched too much run through this maze. I've seen every single piece of his soul being rooted up and so.
Yeah, so I mean that's really good. Then Joey broke his arm in a wreck, like just mangled it. He couldn't play guitar for a while. And then I was left to my devices, and the band got weird. Me and Steve would write these just super anti-political lyrics, and I would come up with weird music. So we've got Idiot King, and I'm gonna let you hear Murphy, because Murphy in a second. We'll start with Idiot King, but I'll do that real quick.
I'm going distant whispers, scouts at every path I tread, whispering sweet nothing in my ears.
That could wake the dead
Other stars not in line, written on your
face.
still lines on answered prayers in the reach I can erase. When all your puppets are gone and all your legions are lost, it's saying men are doomed, but you can't count the cost. Grasping to your livelihood, nothing left to say, nothing left to prove. Your brain divine
Passes away. That's in 5.
clocks are slowing, time is standing still, waiting until you get your fill, lunging under, bleeding as a flame. Raise your hand,
Raise your hand. Yeah.
when all your puppets.
Like I said, when me and Steve were in control, things got weird. when Joey was there, Joey and Mikey was like more leaning into the pop punk. When I was able to do something, it ended up being weird. That's what happened. Now Murphy was about RoboCop, and this is probably one of my favorite songs we ever done. And you listen, the recordings got better, but they've got this rawness to them. I still wish I could kind of recreate now. I'd love to have the rawness, but know what I know now about mixing.
that these battered brains inside this solid shell through all the revelry and wiring. I feel a breath of life in me, joint strain and busted brick, but I just don't feel a thing through all the circuitry and sting.
Life into a fading heartbeat.
I've got the feeling of never letting go, but all my memories seem so irresistible. And every time no one tells, 'cause no one knows the story quite as well.
Blows my mind that I still know the words to all these songs. I haven't listened to these songs in years, and it starts playing, and I instantly remember the songs. I get goosebumps. I don't know if this music does anything to anybody else, but when I hear it, it blows me away. A bunch of random dudes from Jamestown, Tennessee, in a basement, recording this stuff, and this stuff, I honestly believe, is epic. I believe in a different time, different place. I believe if we had been a few years later, we were a little bit too ahead of everything. If we'd have been a few years later and YouTube was around, I believe we could have exploded. Instead, we would grind. We'd play Nashville. We'd go play Knoxville. We opened for tons of touring bands. If any band came through and they were punk rock or like a harder edge band, they called us and we opened for them. And we actually, I'll get to that in a minute. We got one more of these weirder ones that when Joey's arm was broke. It's called Twitches. Like Joey could play and he'd come back and he actually played on these recordings. But while they were getting written, that's when his arm was down. I remember that. I wonder if tomorrow is bad as every yesterday. You can tell we were punk rock. You know, we'd get into some weird stuff and do some weird stuff, but we were punk rock. But you know, we recorded that stuff when we were grinding and everything. We reached out to a friend. He's got these listed as 2015, but this is not 2015. This is like, if this stuff was 03, 04, this had to be 05. My friend Greg Barker, who was in the Hot Shot Freight Train in Knoxville, he got into recording and he had some pretty decent gear, so he came. This was recorded in 2004, so yeah. So this stuff here, I wrote the music to this song. It's called Bloodlust Discotheque. So let's listen to it real quick.
At the very least, hold tight to your Suspicions of your shadows, where have you gone? Walking away again. Suspicions of your shadows, throwing punches in the air. Don't walk away, yeah, yeah, yeah. You have one uncensored voice with
I'd be willing to bet we were one of the best local bands. I remember some other local bands that were over there and that were pretty good, but like that right there, that blows my mind. Let's listen to The Promised Perspective, which is probably one of our best songs in this era.
Tonight I'm staring out the windows at the faded shadows of regret, looming just over my head, just close enough to feel. Curled up in the darkest rooms and catacombs, but you've been shot to the war of words that I don't want to hear. It's true thinking that I never let you down. It's true lying to myself. Cross my heart and I hope to die. How's that for reasoning? How's that for trying? Give me one more shot to play along again. And if
Just that blows my mind. Like we got like two viewers, probably like me and somebody else. But yeah, from there, like we moved on and we actually went to a studio, and that's where the City of Traders. We went to. Oh man, I can't remember his studio name. Maya, he's a giant, and he still records music. He's recorded tons of stuff. He's recorded. If you listen to metal, he's probably recorded something you've heard. But we went to him and recorded, and it's pretty good. We actually, just to lead this off, we actually sent this to a record label, and they were going to pick us up. They actually were going to put First the Bad News on a compilation, and then put out this record. I'll play you a little bit, and then I'll tell you what happened.
another night of my last blood, I promised and I gave that you just let the ship go down in flames. And I've heard about your sour grapes and the winter we've been through, and I guarantee you're gonna get just what's coming to you. 10,000 words to tell a story, no picture ever could. What we promised we weren't letting go. Yeah, we were letting go for good. These oscillated, the truth shut, this muddy's milk you drink has led you to believe that you know just what to think. And in this sleepy little town, every avenue is open, but they lead nowhere but down. They lead nowhere but down. Sit down.
This song, the lyrics Steve wrote were just pretty much a telltale sign of what's going on in the band. And I'm just gonna spill it. I mean, those guys, if they don't not watching it or whatever, like I said, I've not talked to them in years, and they probably hate me and everything else. But Mikey and Joey were in college and expected to be able to go to college and do their things, and the rest of us give up our lives and just put the band number one when the band wasn't number one to them, but it's supposed to be number one to everyone else. And Steve pretty much is going on about how, like that part says, this mother's milk you drink, you been told what to believe, so now you know what to think. And then Steve's talking about how he's not happy. You can just hear it in the lyrics here. So it goes on, like Steve writes all the lyrics, writes all the songs. I write a lot of the music. Joey writes a lot of the music. Kirk, poor old Kirk's just drug around all over the place. They just grab Kirk and tell Kirk what to do. They start scheduling shows. They don't ask nobody. It's like, hey, we got a show then. You got to be there. You got to do this. You got to do that. They move like even farther away from us and expect us to drive an hour, an hour and a half to go to practice. And the band just starts falling apart. And here we are. We've been playing forever. This label wants to put out the album, and the band just falls apart. The band's just over. It's just over. Steve up and quits. That's just how it be. But I'll play a couple more songs off here.
Through all these small buildings, stories have been heard. Through all these self-same tears, the lies have been unearthed. Nothing else but left one trip. So long I haven't heard you said. And I won't utter one more word because I know the consequence. And I can feel you through these flames blue walls. And not through your papers, yeah. I feel your heavy breathing getting in. Gonna see you dying, leaving life to keep you staying.
Firefox says you were almost the next Rolling Stones. Yeah. Got Ashton Jack on there. What's up, man? So, one of my favorite songs, this song too, just predicts, if you listen to the lyrics, this just predicts the whole weight of the band. Steve's ranting about everything. And dude was fantastic songwriter. Amazing songwriter.
Weathering and sliding from this fissure into death, losing more than time and sleep. While I'm in its grip, these stranded filtered pages are keeping back the truth. And all we ever ask is honesty. You have your head filled with dreams of significance and hope. Somewhere in this sand, there's a shadow growing from all the love we've led. While we're sleeping in our parks, while we wander, while we run, the sky is falling, and no one cares, and no one ever knew that we were there. Yeah, throw caution into the wind, and watch it come back again. Gather up your nerve and face the facts. All
The good times are gone and they're never coming back. Yeah, for a long time these words haunted me. All the good times are gone and they're never coming back. After the band this here broke up, I kind of did my own thing for a little bit. I'd played with Joey and Mikey's band for like no time. They didn't want me to have any creative control. They didn't want me to write any music. They didn't want me to sing any words. So I just kind of went off and did my own thing. So this era of my music is gone. We go over to Diesel and Dust. Me and Steve got back together. I think we did this one before we did this one. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I think yeah, we did this one because it was me and Rod and Chris Gilbert. You know, we got some guys together, started playing music. I can't quit music. Music is what I do. So Chris he's one younger than us. He had our CDs, liked our music and stuff, and thought we were great. Well, actually, no, that I take that back, because Chris did have a copy of this. So after that, me and Steve did do the first Diesel and Dust. There's a Diesel and Dust before this that I don't have any songs to recorded or that I can find. But it was me, Steve, and Rod, and this guy named Jason. And we hadn't practiced and stuff, and me and Steve's like, well, let's just get together and record this stuff. So me and Steve, this is just me and Steve. I played the drums and the bass and guitar. Steve played the guitar and did vocals. And this is recorded by our friend Greg Wright. Not Greg Wright. Greg Barker, that recorded the first Sense EP. See, I was the drummer here. No Kirk. Kirk absolutely killed it on the synth stuff. And we tried to get Kirk to play with us, but it just didn't happen. Let's listen to this song, the start of this one. So see, I mean, like, we were just as good as the synths. The production is not as nice as that last thing, but you can see from the music and the vocals, as long as me and Steve were involved, it was pretty good.
I've walked these lines 1,000 nights in a row, and these city streets call to me like a lover's ghost. Every step I take is always ringing in my ear. No matter the direction, I always wind up here, in the same little spot on the same side of town. It always makes me smile, but it always brings.
So yeah, there's that Diesel and Dust, and we never really could get the band together to do anything. Like, I don't know. I don't know if their feelings were hurt because we recorded the music without them or what, but just never really did anything. A few years later, Steve had moved on. I was, like I said, Rod was around. Chris Gilbert was around, who loved the synths, and he loved that. He was probably the only dude who had a copy of that last CD, because we didn't sell it. We didn't do anything with it. It just sat until I put it online. He had a copy of it somehow. But he wanted to play music, so at this point it was me and him, and we actually played a show. We both played guitar. We didn't have a bass player. Of course, I record bass on this, and Rod played drums for us. Some of these songs I did recycle lyrics from and other stuff later on. We'll get to that point. All two viewers there. This was recorded in my garage that's right up there. So the production value on this is going to be way down there. Same stuff, you know. Just got me going up instead of Steve singing nice. Let's see, here's one. I've recorded this song a million times. So yeah, there's that. Then after that, Steve came back, and so we've got Rod on drums, Chris Gilbert on guitar, I'm on guitar, Jason, what's his name? I don't know why I can't remember his last name right now. I said it earlier. It's on up here. Jason Carruthers is on bass, and Steve comes back, and we got Rod on the drums. So we go to Mikey. Mikey's actually at this point in Nashville recording, and we're all still kind of friends at this point. So we go to Mikey and we record this. This is pretty good too. I think this stuff is just as good as the synths. I think the production is actually a little bit better than the synth stuff. yeah, so here's the one I started that we did. It was just me and Steve. We re-recorded this one called Courtyards and Alleyways.
I've walked these lines 1,000 nights in a row, and this city streets cold to me like a lover's ghost. Every step I take is always ringing in my ear. No matter the direction, I always wind up here, in the same little spot on the same side of town. It always makes me smile, but it always brings me down. So I bring a toast to irony and move it on. Just part ways with my heart from here. Every horizon.
Fox says, I'm not gonna lie, this music is actually decent. Yeah, I thought this is a culmination of all my years of music. This is kind of where I'm at the top of my game right here, as far as playing live and doing stuff like that. I've got a massive pedal board. I'm playing a Jazzmaster here. We were awesome. We played a lot of awesome live shows too. We got a little experimental on this song like 2 years. It's fully clean, like there's no distortion and stuff, but it's just a lot of fun.
Part of me doesn't see the point. Part of me sees nothing but sharp curves and hairpin turns before the fall, before the line. No qualms or twisted words can soothe the hurt of so many miles, packed and ready to set loose. No cigarette burns a sleepless night can never bring you back when you're dying. And our memories speak to me like voices from the grave. I've always been true, but I've always been weak. Is this your cure for selling me the truth? I'd rather know the lie. No qualms or twisted words can soothe the hurt of so many miles, packed and ready to set loose. No cigarette burns sleepless nights can bring you back when you're dying. Nothing can bring you back. 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 Every father. blood.
I breathe fire, but I spit blood. Song gives me goosebumps. Like, for serious. I made you guys listen to this whole song. Oh, I couldn't help it. This last song's called Cowboy Hats and Steroids. Because those are things that we said were cool. I'll listen to part of this one, then I'll tell you the reason we called it a cut behind. Yeah, I really like this stuff. I think it's pretty dang good. Is that all the Diesel and Dust on here? There's actually another Diesel and Dust. We had a falling out with Mikey and Joey. I mean, it just came to a head. It was eventually going to happen. And then we started working on some stuff by ourselves. The songs, for some reason, I decided we should tune down a whole step and then do drop C all the time because I'm an idiot. I don't know why. But here's a couple of songs. Once again, this was recorded in my garage. So we went from really slick production to back to Doug Garrett's garage.
Don't you realize they want you stupid? They want you easy to control. They want you weak. They want you quiet. Take your medicine and do as you're told. But when they are ashamed, and when time stands still, when you feel the walls coming down around, who will be there to pick up the pieces, let it burn? Just let it burn. We are just faces in databases. We are just registration cards.
So yeah, you know, this stuff we never really done nothing with it. That's why you get a kind of a rough mix here. We just kind of got tired of the fray. Actually, it was Steve getting tired again. He just wanted to play just very rarely. I don't know. It just was weird. We started a band after this, minus Chris Gilbert, called the Old Guns. I don't have anything. I've got a recording somewhere. I don't really want to look for it. Kind of, you know, alt country. It was still punk. It was country punk pretty much. Then after that, I took a couple of years off. I didn't do anything. I pretty much quit playing music altogether. Barely played my guitar. I lived in Crossville. And I don't know, it's just a really weird, really weird time of my life. I wasn't friends. I got tired of those guys. Made them all mad at me. I was mad at them. Didn't play music with them. Still friends with Rod. I've talked to Jason Carruthers since then. I've actually hung out with Steve a few times. But all those years, it just got old. And still friends with Chris. I talk to him on occasion, but not that often. So I hadn't played music for a few years. And then one day I was working in Crossville. I moved back to Jamestown, started a new job, just quit everything. Came back and I was like, I'm gonna play music. So I got me some new. I got rid of all that old stuff I used to have. Got me some new recording gear, and started recording my own music. And this is 2014. So you've got to hear like 10 years, a little more than 10 years, like 11 or 12 years worth of music up to this point. And at this point, this is me in that same garage with gear, playing every instrument and doing the vocals. And this right here is you hear this music too, because I re-recorded some stuff. That sounds familiar. The first song on that Diesel and Dust, except faster.
I can see the past looking back at me. I can't face it, knowing all I've done, everything go wrong, time I've wasted, all the things I should have said. I'm left with regret. I'm never coming back again. I'm never going back.
So yeah, this is on me. I forgot how good this stuff sounds. Actually, I'm kind of surprised. Here's a favorite of mine called "Suits Make Better Liars," which was a Diesel and Dust song, but I wrote it originally too, so I kept it and just added new lyrics to it.
Don't wait for me. Don't wait for me to go. Don't stop me. I have to know.
So yeah, this is just the same old weird stuff. Me.
It's always
So yeah, I did that. On and off, did some other stuff. This just kind of became like a catch-all for me. There's a bunch of random stuff. Like, if you want any of this stuff, I think it's free. I don't know if some of it is something. You Were a Weapon. One of my favorite things I ever did. This first You Were a Weapon right here. This was years of me not thinking I was good enough to do anything, going through some of the worst times of my life, making a lot of stupid mistakes, and this is where I came full circle in my life, not just musically. I reached a new point. I was driven to make this record. This record is full of super personal lyrics, super personal things. You may not understand it. I'm kind of vague with my lyrics. I don't want somebody to listen to it and know what I'm talking about. But I come full circle, and this is kind of a continuation of that. These 3 songs right here are some of my favorite songs I've ever done. I Don't Have the Sense is talking about the band The Sense, and talking about the friendship, all the stuff that's gone, the friends that are gone, the music is gone, and it's never coming back. So, you know.
Always had your back. I never gave it up. We came out on time. Even when things got tough, I know some things will change. As time marches on, I feel the same. I'm standing strong, and I don't have the strength to find my way out of this. I'm breathing in the diesel engine, and I can't pretend to find my way out of here. I'm drowning in this, still smoking blood.
I don't have the sense to fight my way out of this. I'm breathing fumes of diesel and dust. So, you know, making references there to former bands I was in.
God help me when I play that song. I'm paying for my sins. I'm trying to wrap them around. You know where I stand. You know how I feel. The words in my heart, the hate unreal. And I don't have the sense to find my way out of this. I'm breathing fumes of diesel engine, and I can't pretend to find my way out of here. I'm drowning in this, still smoking blue.
All right, we got Ichthus in here. Ichthus pretty much we just been going through my musical history. I mean, talking about things that's happened, and this is me at my most driven to make and create music because I'm completely on my own. I recorded everything on my own. That music is super ultra personal to me. It's about my history. I recorded and mixed all of it. All of it. And I want to listen to this bridge right here because this is like my favorite part.
I don't have time to waste living in the past. I'm trying to carry on, trying to make this last. With my last breath, I'll sing my song. If I have the strength to keep moving on.
I did this all for me, not to be seen. The song's in my heart, and it's a part of me. It's a part of me. Now that song almost hurts. And really, really makes me sad. It's this little 3-piece thing is nothing but regret. The whole thing, all the songs are about, like I said, losing my friendships, all the mistakes I made, missing the music and the good times. This here's The Demon is Dead. It's kind of, you know, along the same lines. Rock is dead. Music was kind of dead to me. That's kind of what this is kind of about.
They tell me it's in your head. You're way too old. Don't understand. I feel it in my bones. That's when I kill my life. And I have to sing alone.
This music is my life.
They tell me that they don't care. I play the song and you're not there. I feel it in my bones.
one of my favorite guitar solos. I love that guitar solo. I love how I bend it up until it hits that feedback. So good. We got Matt Reese in here. Matt Reese, I'm just going over years of music history, of my music history, talking about everything. This right here is probably the most personal that music has ever been for me. The first two EPs on the You Were a Weapon, that was my personal thing. This last song is actually about how I was ready to kill everything and move on and everything. I had some regret at the end. I'm going to go ahead and skip to the end part so you guys can hear that.
Where can I go here? What am I doing here? What have I done? Big word. Let's run away. Let's fly away. What have I done? Let's run away. Let's fly away. Nowhere to hide. And I won't forget the last thing you said. You looked up at me. You said you had me. Well, goodbye, my friend. I was here at the end, but time must go on, even if we are gone.
I've never been able to sing that powerful again. I can yell and stuff and do, but this little thing here, I was driven. I've never been more driven to finish anything in my life than I was this. After this, I did a few jams for a project. I can't remember how to get to it. But then I was in a band called Curly Purtis. This complete and utter accident. I was working on this music here while I was working the job I do now, but with a different client. And one of the guys I worked with was like, he was like, "Hey man, I heard your music and it's really good." My uncle had he loved most of my music and played it, and so I jammed with this guy. We'd sit on the porch and jam. Then one day he calls me and he's like, "Hey dude, these guys are looking for a guitar player. I'm going to sing for them. You know, come and see how that goes." And I was like, "Sure, whatever." You know, I wasn't busy, so I went. It turned out to be nothing. But out of that, me and him and a guy I know named Josh Beatty got together, and we started a band called Curly Purtis. We actually signed to a small label. Put out one. Well, actually, we signed to a small label and put out some music. So here's like an interview we did. We had there was something somewhere. I don't see it. We had a live interview somewhere. But we ended up getting out of our contract and just doing our own record and doing our own thing. And we did this for a while until this band broke up. But I'll let you hear. Like, this is like nothing else. Here, I'm completely out of my element. You know, faking my way through this stuff, so you guys will understand. That's not me right there. That's the other guitar player. yeah, we did that. After that was over, we did Before the Crows. And, well, pretty much what happened was, you know, that fell apart, as bands do, you know. One day, Ricky, the guy that sang there, the guy that hollered at me the first time, he's like, hey, man, you want to get together and play some music? He's like, we can go record, just me and you, do whatever. So I was like, sure. I was like, we'll go to the studio. We'll see what comes out of it. Well, we got together and did a couple demos. Here's a demo of a song called Wait. One thing I got to get into on Curly Purtis, because I just remembered this. It's on SoundCloud. We did that kind of music, and then eventually it evolved into like an alt bluegrass type thing. Okay, thank you there. And we did this song. Like, see, we did these other songs. Like, here's a song called Addicted. This was like our pop thing. This one was for all the ladies. This is what the label wanted us to do. This is one reason we got out of the label deal, because they could tell us what kind of stuff they wanted us to do.
See the world. I want you by my side
Forever and always.
till the day I die, laughing and enjoying every single hour of my life.
Like I said, compared to everything else I've played, this has just been this is like way out there. Skinny says DIY. It's supposed to be DIY because it's do it yourself. And but anyways, we did that. This also has one of my favorite guitar solos I ever did.
Dave, all I can think about is you. You're so addicted.
Yeah, I love that solo. I pulled that right out of my butt. But yeah, like I said, the label was like, oh, you got to do stuff like this, blah, blah, blah. After we left the label, right at the end of the band, we was doing like an alt bluegrass type deal. There's some live videos and stuff, which I'll pull up in a minute. Let's see. I'll pull it up here so I'll show you guys the kind of stuff we were doing if we don't get a... Okay. Anyways. This is the last song we ever recorded together that we was working on.
Trouble way up ahead. Lord knows there's troubles far behind. I'm getting tired and I'm losing sleep. I've lost my love, I'm losing my mind. When I get to the bottom and there's no place to hide, honey, won't you throw to me a line? When there's no one to turn to and I turn out the lights, honey, won't you throw to me a line?
See, I recorded that. That was a demo. Well, I think it turned out really good. But that's the last thing we ever recorded. We had actually played a show with that kind of lineup, doing like the country thing. Like, here we are playing Kryptonite by Three Doors Down. Reese calls it legit old school country. We do have on Curly Purtis. There is some slide guitar on the record. I need to find. I don't know if I even still got a copy. I've got to have a copy somewhere. But yeah, that band fell apart. Dustin quit. Josh moved to China. He's got a friend that we went to high school with that started a business, and so he moved to China. Ricky, poor old Ricky, got in a big mess. No, he wasn't in a mess yet. Me and Ricky, we took some time off. We got together and started working on some demos. So we've got Birdsong here. We started working on.
Gone away is bluebird and a new day has begun. Hear the fire crash the earth, the burning sun.
So we got together and recorded these demos, and we decided to go to the studio. That was the best thing to come out of Curly Purtis, was going to Big Ear Studio and meeting Paul. And me and Ricky was the last people to record at Paul's before he moved. He moved to Finland, I think it was. But Paul had recorded like the Tennessee 3, Hank Williams III, a lot of random known people. And it was like a basement studio. He'd worked in other studios, but he started this basement studio. And it was such a cool place. We'd go and hang out, and he was a really cool guy. So you heard the start of that, and now you can hear Birdsong. We almost went overboard. It's just me and Ricky, but like we were playing like tons of stuff on this stuff. Wrong song.
The earth, the burning sun. You're breaking half to catch a glimpse in the hills of your soul. Looking twice to know the truth while more and more we grow.
Yeah, well, it was me and Ricky on this, but his cousin Rob played harmonica on it. We had some fun. We covered Ain't No Sunshine, and it's pretty cool. Then Ricky actually let me sing a song, and I didn't do a good job on it. But
I couldn't wait to leave. Been a long day with nowhere to go, but I didn't want to stay. There's no looking back. What's said is done. It was never easy being on the run. I remember those songs that we sung on those long summer nights, and all the things that we done, all the wrongs and the rights. Roads I travel, they never lead me back to you. All the words that I've spoken never made it through. You didn't want to stay. You were looking.
of course, that's a song. That one's got some personal stuff. There's some real life in most of my stuff. And then we wrote our love song to Tennessee, which is called "Bury Me in Tennessee," and it doesn't sound like a love song. It's really kind of sad, but I'll play you part of it. man, we got Dave in here. Dave says, I know that tune. Skinny's got this CD in his car. Reese says Ricky's got a voice. Ricky, man, is so good. He came down a while back, and we actually talked about getting together and playing, but, I mean, it's just hard. It's really hard. I think this stuff right here, completely different wheelhouse than anything I've ever done before. But I think that, man, this CD, I think it's good. It's just, I don't know, I love it. I think we did a really good job. After we released the CD, we actually got an offer to come play on the Blue Plate Special in Knoxville on the radio. On WDVX. See, they got this big mural. We used that on here. We got a couple of songs.
To get things started, they are based out of Jamestown, Tennessee. Y'all welcome Before the Crows to the Blue Plate Special.
This was a song we was working on called Appalachia. And this is just me and Ricky. Ricky's playing guitar, I'm playing 6-string banjo. Man has died. And a rifle. You alive.
You'll find yourself dead and alone. If the wild don't keep fast, boy, this mountain life will
Break your bones. Yeah.
You better get out of there quick and fast before your life is gone and death has passed.
The big fat guy singing the high
You better
vocals.
get out of there quick and fast before your life is gone and death has passed. You never know what's in the shadows. Always sleep with one eye open. Things out here on this mountain are faster than a thief on the run. You better get out of there quick and fast before your life is gone and death has passed. You better get out of there quick and fast before your life is gone and death has passed.
No, it's not on YouTube. I wish somebody would have recorded it so we could put it on there. There is another performance of this on YouTube. Where we're at Crossville at the Palace Theater. YouTube. Before the... Oh, look, it's popping up there. Before the Crows. Before the Crows. See right here. Palace Theater. Malacat. 4 years ago. Hidden track. So there we are. We did a couple where we did some covers. There is like a little documentary thing that we made where it's just me and Ricky sitting around talking about the band. It got 200 views. We covered Wagon Wheel. You know how everybody do. I don't think this video is very loud.
Heading down south to the land of the pines, coming my way on to North Carolina, staring down the road, praying I
It's
got
not very loud. Then we also covered Heart of Gold. I singed it. I'm not the best singer, but you know. I don't know why it's so quiet on here. Wanna give. I sing it bad too, just like what's his name. We actually have a studio video too, where it's us playing Ain't No Sunshine.
ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's
Away. Drums.
ain't no sunshine when she's gone. She's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I wonder this time where she's gone. I wonder if she's going to stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away, I know, 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 I know. I ought to leave the young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine when she goes. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. Anytime she goes away. And anytime she goes away. And anytime she goes away. And anytime she goes away.
Man, I love that guitar tone. That guitar tone was sick. Anyways, at this point, you know, we played the Blue Plate special and we had shows. People were booking just me and Ricky. We could play as the two-piece with the 6-string banjo and the guitar, and people was like booking us all over. And we took a break for Christmas and then we never got back together. Apparently over Christmas break, Ricky got hooked on drugs. Poor Ricky, man. he worked at this place, this saddle shop. This guy was supposed to teach him how to make saddles. So I mean, that was something you could make a lot of money doing. And he was kind of an apprentice to this guy. But what pretty much the guy would do was leave him there to run the shop and make sure everybody else was doing everything. And everybody there, he would hire convicted felons, like when they got out and were on parole, because they didn't have a choice and he could pay them minimum wage. So we took a break, and one day at work, somebody handed him a pill, I guess, and he took it, and that was it. People calling me and text me, what's going on with Ricky? I haven't talked to Ricky since Christmas. This was like March, April, May, something like that. I'm at work, Ricky, and I still have music gear at Ricky's house. I have some stuff I never got back. I don't hold against Ricky. Ricky went through some bad stuff. He apologized to me, but I mean, that's just part of it. And the band was just over. But at this point, I was making comics. Lone Wolf 1 had come out. This is 4 or 5 years ago. The Lone Wolf 1 was out and done. I just kind of leaned into comics and doing my own music. And that's kind of where we get to just a straight up Doug Garrett Bandcamp. Let's see, let's go to discography first. I had done this stuff. I was trying to put together a band. I had the Doug Garrett and Clear Fork River Band. That just means it was me just recording random stuff and didn't have nobody to play with me. But here's Shooter. I was trying to still do that same line of stuff. Here's a song called Shooter Dead. So yeah, I was doing stuff like that. I did a song called Wolf River. Then I just start, recording random things. Some of the stuff's not here. I did the Hero theme song for the Hero guys. I did Saving the World for the Saving the World people. I did some stuff for Crazy Weirdo Man. I don't want to say his alleged screen name or anything, but actually I think this one was a pretty cool one myself. By this point also I had I'm not recording my own drums. I'm not even using an amp. I'm programming drums, and I've got a Line 6 Helix I just plug my guitar straight into. When I was in Before the Crows, I had some decent gear, but when the band was over, I got rid of it because I don't know, I can't stand having expensive gear that I'm not using. I had a Gibson Firebird that I replaced the pickups in through a Vox AC-10, I think it was. With really expensive pedals. I got rid of all that. I had a Vibrolux. I got rid of that. Some good stuff. And I just got the interface and started programming drums and started working on this stuff. Just random stuff. I haven't done a serious album until I did Psychotron and then Dreamer. And Dreamer I worked on for over a year, just on and off. But when I first got my gear, this song here is like one of the first things. When I first got the Helix and started programming drums, this was the first piece of music I made. I can feel it behind my eyes. I'm burning up, way down on me. Please wash me away as I fall to my knees. I don't know what to say. So yeah, there's that. Like I said, I did some stuff for some other people. I've got this. This is an album. It's a bunch of instrumental stuff I did for different things. A lot of this stuff you can go just listen to on here. This song, Back End Deals, the lyrics are written by Dave, who's in the chat. He says he needs another Before the Crow sticker. I don't know if I got him. Well, I'll look, but I've kind of missed the chat. Reese says the lead riff. Oh, in Appalachian. That's because it's drop D. That's why it sounds so good. I can't remember Walk Hard. It's been a long time since I've seen that. Yeah, but Dave did this. I did this right here, 6 Feet Away, for a movie. A friend of mine. I don't know where it's even at in the movie. I've not watched the movie. Let's see where it should say on here. The song appears in the independent film Quiet Pretty Things by Derek Stockton. We'll click that link right there. Derek Stockton. Me and him had the same birthday, which is pretty funny. See? So, you know. My music is in this. So, yeah, that's pretty neat. He sent me a song. He's like, hey man, can you do... I can't use this song because I can't afford to license it. Can you do something similar? I was like, we'll see. So yeah, there's that. And then I did the Psychotron soundtrack. Like I said, as far as like a real album, all these songs are based on different characters or things going on in the story. So, I mean, you've got... So yeah, I mean, you know, I did this stuff.
Marching This battlefield, this planet Earth, we kill each other for control of the dirt. Dig up the grave, dig up the man. You can't rest now, time to die again.
And then, like I did this album here. Like I said, I worked on this for a long time. Spent a lot of time mixing it. It's only 4 songs, but that's, it's a, you know, there's at least 16, 17 minutes worth of music there. Right here, like I like so many different types of music that I was in a mood to do something heavy and something metal, so I did that. I've dug out an old interface that I used to record with. It's the one I used on the You Were Weapon stuff. Yeah, so I can actually go back to recording and using a real drum set. Really look forward to doing some stuff like that. Like I said, I've come full circle now. I don't know, it's super weird. I just totally had, like, I wasn't going to do this. I was just going to listen to some of this old stuff and get a chuckle out of it. And it sent me down a path of reflection. I guess everybody needs to remember where they came from and where they're going. But like I said, I've come full circle. I'm gonna buy another guitar amp, which I've actually got a couple guitar amps now. I haven't had guitar amps in years. I'm putting together a pedal board. I've got some really nice guitars. So yeah, I will be recording an actual album where I play everything again. I'm not gonna program the drums. Man, my stomach's are rumbling. I'm getting hungry. But yeah, I'm going to play the drums, play all the instruments, and do all that stuff. I've got to take the dog out. I've got to go pee. I've been sitting here for 2 hours. I'm going to end the stream, but we will continue to talk about music because music's what I do. If you like this stream, comment down below and tell me how much you liked it. Tell me how much you hated it. Tell me what you want to see. I need something to do. I need to get you people interested in something about me so I can sell you things like comic books. But anyways, I am out of here. Y'all have a good